Israeli at that time, and they grew up in Kerem Atemanim in Tel Aviv. You know Kerem Atemanim because many restaurants over there and near the beach. We have twice intifada before we create the country. The first intifada, we call it event. The Arab people tried to kill many Jews in 29, and after that it was 36. And my father used to live close to the chapel. It was a neighborhood on the name Manshia. We destroyed everything, including here. And they ran away to Nes Ziona. Nes Ziona is 20 kilometers south of Tel Aviv. It's come from the word Zionism. Nes is a miracle. Ziona is a movement to Zion, to Zion. And they grew up there when I was born in 1944. I didn't see any car driving in my age. And I'm proud that, and I grew up in Messiona, and after that I studied in the old school to be mechanic. When I joined the army, I didn't want to be mechanic, they asked to be a fighter. But I had a problem with my hearing. I lost my hearing when I was 5 years old. And you know, a medical system in our country, it's give you 97, it's the maximum. And I didn't want them to move it down. And when they checked my hearing, I put my finger here, and they asked me questions behind me. And after that, they put it at the left side. I moved the finger, and they didn't know that, and they gave me the maximum. When they sent me to the pilot school, they found that I belonged to the left wing, the merit party. And they kicked me out, and after that they asked to be a paratrooper. And they found after 10 days that I had a flat feet. Very hard. I suffered a lot from that, and they sent me to be a tank command, tank crew. Before you can eat, please. Before I climbed to the tanks, I studied the tanks. It was, they sent me to the hospital, and I had operation of appendicitis. You know what is appendicitis? It's nobody needed, but I was in the hospital almost, like 2 months. When I came back to the unit, I wasn't allowed to touch the tank. I never touched the tank with the crew because I was in the hospital. And they confusing what to do with me because I had to stay a year, maybe more. And they argue between them, my commanders, because I was soldier number 1. And they decided to send me to the tank commander course. It's never happened in our country. And they sent me to the tank commander course, and I was number 1. I got a sergeant, everybody got. And of course, my father, my family was so proud. In Yemenite neighborhood in Nes Ziona, my father even didn't have to pay in the synagogue to go to the Torah. And we are a very traditional family. And after a month in officer school, they kicked me out. I've never graduated. And the reason it was written, this man doesn't have the ability to lead people and to be commander. I feel shame because what they wrote about me, I don't know. Please, you continue, please. Yeah. I heard a story that this woman can eat and listen both at the same time, yes, and men no. That's what the woman said.
Yes, we're not multitasking.
We know that.
My commander, the Army Corps, was the chief of staff after that, Dado. He was the chief of staff during the Yom Kippur War. And he gave me the rank. He was was very upset that 50% of the people from the basic schools, they kicked them out. He was very angry. He talked with Rabbi, and he said, I don't have upset. And he said, what would you like to do? Rabbi. They told me the story when I grew up. And he said, send good soldiers to the schools, and they never will kick them out. He said, I send the best that I have. There's something in the system doesn't work well. And he said, what would you like? He said, I want to send a big group to Alani. Nobody know me. I was a soldier, even I didn't shave my face. Send it to the second part of the course. The course in Israel is two parts. It's one generally 3.5 months, and one above that is the professional, like armor, artillery, or engineer, or something like that. And they argue between them because it's unusual. And Rabin gave permission, special permission to send me to the second part of the course. And I graduated, and I was number 1. But I wasn't allowed to get a rank because I didn't finish the course before. And they gave me some substitute rank. I didn't like it. And I didn't want to go with that. And they asked me, I said, I'm never going back to the course, and I'm not going to use the rank that you gave me. And I was a platoon leader, 3 tanks, for almost a month without rank, private service. And this is after that, after 9 months, they gave me the rank. And of course, during the years, I found myself stay in the army just because they sent me to Germany. And now, why I tell you the story, maybe you can give to your kids and your grandchildren. Don't believe about somebody write about you. And some of us working close to the politician, and even now I was in the government, I was the head of party, and don't believe you know yourself what's going on with you. And I have tried to be humble to the highest medal in our country. It was written, the reason is because leadership. The reason they kicked me out from course is the reason from the 2 medals that I have in our country. And if you believe in yourself, continue to fight. I'm not talking with the family, with me, that my father was a lawyer and a millionaire and had influence in the government. No. My parents, my mother, she didn't study, she had to clean houses. And my father in the 10th grade, they get him out to work and develop many things in Tel Aviv. This is the way. And I grew up. Now I continue to eat, and then I continue to talk after that. Because you are not eating.
How are you?